The cancer journey itself was not strange to me. I kind of knew what the risks were. Also knew that the patient comes first for most doctors, not the family caregivers. They are considered, but the patient is their patient. And I knew that often people want to know different levels of information as they are the patient. And doctors have to make judgment calls about how much they can say and how they can parcel out the information. They're not withholding, they're just trying to make a judgment call about how much you need to hear, how much you want to hear. At the beginning, I would say, learn as much as you can about this disease and be sort of fearless about asking questions, whether you think you know a little bit or a lot. Be sort of fearless about that. It clarifies, even if you had the right answer in your mind and you say, aha, I had that one right, but maybe not this one. Ask those questions. Be sort of fearless. Secondly, I think communication is key. My first husband died at 33 of leukemia. I knew what we were facing and what he was facing. And from there, my reaction was, will he let me help? And I wasn't sure, to be perfectly honest, because he's kind of a macho kind of guy and independent, and I can do this and I will work all the way through and that sort of thing. And I wasn't sure of that. The most remarkable thing that happened for me as a caregiver was that we were able to communicate that need of mine to know what he needed and for him to let me help where I can. And that happened. And I was delighted, thankful, blessed that that took place. I don't think that Bill and I could have done this together if it hadn't been for our ability and commitment to communication. From me, I mean, there were sad times, there were rough days, there were lots of those. I mean, this is not a piece of cake. And if it hadn't been that we had confidence in our communication skills and that we were hearing the truth, that it might not have gone so well. On the other end, I think that you can be confident that if you can pull off this communication and this fearlessness about asking questions, then it changes who you are. I think I'm a better person for that. I worry less about what other people are going to think if I ask that question. I just ask. The other thing that I think is that you don't have to go do a casserole for somebody who has an illness, or you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. It's just checking in. Everything okay? Need anything? No? Okay. Good. Or if they ask, think that you're giving them a gift by letting them help you. They want to help, but they don't want to be a bother. So tell them how they can help. I need another loaf of bread, you know. I wanted to make soup, but did not have enough chicken broth, you know. That sort of thing. That's simple and much more complicated. Talk a little bit about your friends that would come take you for a ride.
I mean, back when I was finally getting a little energy, they'd call me and say, you got nothing else to do. I'm going to pick you up tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And I sit in the car and he'd just run errands. That was it. And I had more fun. I was out of the house.
He was out of the house.
When I got just a little bit more energy, two of my buddies for my birthday called me and says, come on, we went out to Opryland to the go-kart track. I didn't win very many races, but it was out of the house. I'd forgotten all about being sick, tired, exhausted, and I slept good the next 36 hours. But it was a fun time, you know. They didn't bring the casserole, they brought fun. And just get out of the house, ride with me.